Is Friday, April 7th, 2023, here with your live show, live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We got NBA and Major League Baseball picks today. There's no hockey. We're not just dissing it, it's dissing us.
Yep.
We'll show you. We'll have no games at all. Well, they showed me.
Just a couple tomorrow.
Well, I hit my big one yesterday anyway on the way out the door. I hit that Islanders against the puck line against the Lightning. 200 plus 200 change. 7 free picks. Just 5 minutes. Wow, look at all the games tomorrow.
Yep.
All the hockey groupie chicks are all getting a night of sleep in their own bed for a change. Hockey
I wouldn't know about that.
Baseball group.
I wouldn't.
They're all lining up for the game tomorrow in Mullet Arena. Woo.
We got daytime weekday sports this week, and that is a beautiful thing. A lot of baseball going on today. A lot of teams home openers. Anybody rained out yet today, Chris?
Not that I've seen. So fingers crossed that it stays that way. But yeah, I haven't seen any rain out yet.
Most people know I am a golfer, but I'm not a golf watcher. But I do watch some of the Masters. I watch less than I used to. I find it just a little bit too condescending for me. But these guys are great golfers, and I actually, of the golf that I watch now, I watch the LIV tour more than I watch the PGA tour. Brooks Koepka wins this Masters. What do you think he says at when they hand him that jacket?
That's interesting. Cause I heard them talk about this. They said I think the live golf is going to be the story of the weekend. It's like if you don't have any live golfers, at the top of the list, it's going to be like, well, it's like, why did everybody go to live? And if you do have them make the
is
final,
it live or LIV?
I thought it was. I've heard live, but maybe it is LIV. I don't know.
I watch it. I watch it on TV, but I rarely watched sports with the sound on. But I do watch it. I don't watch PGA Tour golf. I only watch the other now. I find it a lot more entertaining. The guys just seem a lot more relaxed because they're starting off with $25 million before they ever hit a ball. So it's a lot more to be relaxed. Also, they get to wear shorts, which is cool.
Yeah.
Because that's if you ever see a professional golfer out on the course, like just playing, they're always wearing shorts. They don't go
wear shorts.
Regular person. You ever see like the old Tiger Woods commercial where he shows up on the course and there's people playing, he just starts playing with them, and there was a promotion that he was doing where he would just show up at golf courses, pull up in a cart, and just start playing with a group of golfers, and he was wearing shorts and all those.
Yeah.
Yeah, golf. People wear shorts. It's 100 degrees outside. You wear shorts. Golf is a game to be played in shorts, not long pants. Stupid. It's like
I got my park on. I'm ready to go play golf.
It's just stupid. Like when they let the caddies wear shorts. The first week that they allowed it, 100% of them wore shorts. It was 100% of them. It wasn't like a couple guys decided to wear shorts. It was like every single one of them wore shorts the first week they allowed it. And they still allow it. The golfers are wearing long pants, except on the other tour. Phil Mickelson and all those guys are all wearing shorts.
Oh, yeah.
Why not? Me too.
Why not?
I never wear. I see people wearing long pants out on the golf course on like an 85-degree, 90-degree day. You know what I say? What an idiot. There's an idiot. And I'll say to people in my group, "Oh man, that guy must be a pro." I'm like, "No, an idiot."
Look at him sweating over there.
Anyways, Brooks Koepka is just the guy to actually say something too. He'll say something. He'll probably call Rory McIlroy out right away. He's been the biggest whiny bitch about the whole thing. Can't stand that guy. It's like I hate the guys that have to tell everybody else what's good for them. They feel like this obligation to tell everybody else. I think everybody has a right to make their own decisions, and that's why we don't talk about politics a lot. But I generally tend to go for the politicians that let you kind of do your own thing as opposed to saying this is what everyone should be doing. Let's just say Zawacki's crane is better than Fauci's opening pitch.
Definitely. My crane is better than Fauci's opening pitch. By far.
We still haven't seen the footage. We still haven't seen the video footage. We'll have to send Tony T over for full coverage.
Trying to think if there's a post in town I can stand. Well, yeah, there might be at the campground. Yeah, I can probably do it at the campground.
You could probably do it outside the arena in Edmonton and get a good crowd going.
There you go.
You gotta be barefoot. You gotta be barefoot. I mean, it's
gotta be barefoot.
I just imagine Tony T in a full suit with like the earpiece and like, I'm in Alberta and we are here live.
What you see behind me
is the crane kick.
What you see right behind me is Rod Zawacki practicing the crane kick.
Let's see if we can get in closer. Let's see if we can get in closer for a comment.
We've got a jack-o'-lantern set up here where Rod's going to demonstrate the power of the crane kick.
How'd you do that post? You could do it.
What golfer do you hate the most? Like, which golfer do you hate the most that's on tour right now? Outside Rory McIlroy.
Damn it. Okay. Well, now I got to think of another one. Come back to me.
I'd say John Rahm is my other guy. I can't stand him. Doofus. So I'm looking at the leaderboard. S. Bennett is in 5th place. That could be Stetson Bennett from the University of Georgia. As his 32nd birthday present, they let him play in the Masters this year.
Is that what it is?
I'm going to be doing a video this week on boom or bust on different players eligible for the NFL draft. I think I'm going to do it position by position. I'm excited to do it. You think Stroud's receivers that he gets in the NFL are going to be any better than the ones he had at Ohio State? What are the chances of that happening? 0. Kind of like why all these Alabama QBs stink in the NFL. All right, you guys are real chatterboxes this morning.
Still trying to figure out who my most hated golfer is.
John Rahm, for sure, is one of them. The reason I don't like him is his dick face.
That's a good reason.
I don't like you. Boy, you have a dick face.
I will say that it looks like
he's kind of a dick face. I don't mean to. I should preface it. I don't mean to be a jerk or anything. I don't mean to sound like a jerk. He's a dick face. I don't mean to sound like a troll, but. All right, let's get to the NBA. How many days a week are you on the drive-through, Chris?
Once.
One a week? Just Wednesdays with
Wednesdays.
Mitch?
Yep.
How about you, Rod?
4.
4? I think I'm going to
4,
yeah. I think I'm going to add
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday.
I'm on Jay's jam session tonight.
Nice.
Have you made a return? You guys have all been on a couple times now, right?
Yep.
So my second time.
4 times?
It'll be my second time. on the afternoon jam session. Go to the NBA. Got Hornets and the Rockets, Pacers and the Pistons, Wizards and the Heat, and the Hawks and Sixers. Chris, why don't you lead us off?
There you go. Yeah, a lot of ugly lines today, but I think if I had to lean towards one, I'd probably go with the Atlanta Hawks here. Seeing Joel Embiid listed as out for this one, probably going to rest him. The Sixers pretty much locked into the 3 spot at this point. The Hawks have everything to play for here, and if you take out Embiid, I know the Sixers do have a solid record without Embiid this season, but no Tyrese Maxey, it looks like, either. I think that's just a lot to take away from this Philadelphia 76ers team. Atlanta plays their best basketball at home. I know we've used the words coach firing bad this season, but I think this is a must-win for the Atlanta Hawks. I don't think they want to leave any doubt. So if forced to pick any of these for a free pick, I would go with the Atlanta Hawks in this one.
Right.
And for me, in these ones, I'm going to go with the under between Houston and Charlotte. There's just too many points there. You look at head-to-head, the last 16 meetings, 13-3 to the under the last 16 in Charlotte, 22-9 in the last 31 meetings head-to-head. Rockets 6-1 of that under their last 7 on the road versus a team with a losing home record. This feels like the first to 100 wins it. So give me the under between Houston and Charlotte.
What did you say, Chris?
I said the Atlanta Hawks.
I'll take the Heat against the Wizards. The Heat still plenty to play for here. Look for them to leave it all out on the court. When they've got something to play for, they play for it. Taking Miami Heat. Got the Celtics and the Raptors, the Nets and the Magic, and the Bucks and the Grizzballs. Rod?
And these ones I'm going to take. I like where are we here? I like Memphis here to lay the 8 points. Memphis is playing the better hoops right now, and the Bucks locked into where they are. I think they rest some guys here in this one. That's why that line is a -8 for Memphis, and I think Memphis comes in and rolls the Bucks. Wins by 10 plus. Bucks have no motivation in this whatsoever. So give me the Grizzlies. Win by 10 plus on that one.
And the Grizzly win. I'll take the Celtics against the Raptors. I just like fading the Raptors. Kind of reminds me of a hockey team, even though we don't have hockey today. Maybe it's the Toronto part of it, and just a fade of Canada in general. I'll just take Celtics, who usually just don't take a night off. It's really not their thing, is to sit around and tank out. Normally they just play hard and act like idiots. I'll take them.
Right.
Speaking of idiots, Chris.
I was waiting to see how that was gonna be tossed over to me, but I'm gonna lean towards the Nets.
Nice pick on Vegas yesterday. So certainly deserving of against Vegas yesterday. Worthy of the clown emoji that was given to you.
Yeah, it's okay. We don't win them all, but it's okay.
But we're 100% giving you the clown emoji this season.
Oh boy! Oh god! Here we go. That's gonna be something. All right. Well, I'm gonna lean towards.
Would you think it was gonna be nothing? I mean,
0-1 in the clown emoji play of the day.
Oh Lord, that's a new thing. I'm in trouble. I'm gonna lean towards the Brooklyn Nets here against the Orlando Magic. the Magic weren't great on the road to begin with this season, but now the amount of guys that have just been sat out for this game. No Banchero, no Wendell Carter Jr., Markel Fultz, Gary Harris, Franz Wagner, Mo Wagner, all out of the lineup here. The Brooklyn Nets still trying to fend off the Miami Heat for that 6th seed. So I'm going with the Brooklyn Nets at home in this one.
Got the Did you go, Rod? Yes.
Yep, I took the Grizzlies.
Grizzlies. Got the Pelicans and the Knicks, the Mavericks and the Bulls, the Kings and the Warriors, and the Lakers and the Suns. I'm going to go with the Kings in this one against the Warriors. The Warriors just terrible road team. I don't care who's sitting, who's not playing, whatever. The Warriors stink on the road, and the world's going to be on them here because it's a semi-meaningful game for them. I think the Warriors win the game. I don't think they cover, if they even win. I actually like every one of these games. Every one of them. Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to roll with the Pelicans here. I like the Pelicans. I just think that, while we know that obviously these player injuries and these player absences are baked into the line, I just think it's going to have a big impact with no Julius Randle, no Jalen Brunson for this game. The New Orleans Pelicans have everything to play for at this point. They're locked into the play-in tournament at the very least, but I think they want to try to get out of that play-in tournament, get up to the 6th seed, and they have a matchup against Minnesota to close out the year. So definitely a couple of winnable games for the Pelicans down the stretch. The healthier team here. So I'm going to roll with the New Orleans Pelicans in this one, 8-2 straight up in their last 10 against the spread as well. So give me the Pelicans here.
And that leaves us with Rod.
For me, these ones I'm going to go with the Bulls plus the 10.5 points or 11 that it's up to now in some places versus the Mavericks. I don't trust the Mavericks to be covering that kind of spread. They just don't cover those spreads. I think I had them the other day, and they had like a 6.5 spread, and they couldn't even cover that. And now they're expecting to cover like an 11.5 point spread. Yeah, no. Bulls 9-4-1 in the last 14 meetings in Dallas too. So give me the Bulls plus the points in that one.
All right, good story. Okay. Got Major League Baseball. Did my Nerfy video. 10 Nerfies. How many home run props did you have?
I had 6 for today.
Did you hit any yesterday?
Fortunately, no. We got close with a couple of them, but got to the warning track.
So you have warning track power is what you're trying to tell us?
Pretty much.
Maybe you should be practicing the crane technique with Rod.
Get over the fence. Harness that inner power.
Wax on. Wax on. Paint the fence. Sand the deck. Wax on. Wax off.
Can you just whenever you have to sigh, can you just do that from now on?
Yes, I don't think we really went through all of Pat Morita's roles yesterday. We just hit on 2 big ones. Of course, he was in Karate Kid 2 and 3. Best known for that. But I believe he was in Midway Battle Pacific. He was in MASH, in the movie MASH. Karate Kid. Mr. T and Tina. And the detective show O'Hara. Tommy Tanaka.
I remember that. That was in the 80s, I think, that detective show. O'Hara.
All right. He was in Colombo, Green Acres,
Green Acres.
5-0, Cannon, love Cannon, Sanford and Son, Kung Fu. Welcome back, Cotter. Ironically, he played either Yamamoto or Mr. Takakashi in several different shows. no stereotyping there.
Yeah, he's not typecast or anything. No, not at all.
Lieutenant O'Hara, Father O'Hara. And of course, wow, and Lamb Chops Hanukkah special he played himself. That was we'll have to find the YouTube on that one. 1995, Lamb Chops Hanukkah special Hanukkah. That's gonna be that's the one. He was on Married with Children. Man, this guy was in so many freaking shows. Family Matters, Our Limits, Diagnosed Murder, Mulan, King Cobra, Los Gringos, Baywatch Hawaii. Again, Mr. Tanaka. Robot Chicken. I could just really act. Go to Major League Baseball. What a season it is. I'll be doing my power rankings also for baseball. Not sure if I can do those on Mondays or Fridays. Monday, probably. What do you think, Mondays or Fridays? Power rankings. Mondays, Wednesdays, happy days. Mets against the Marlins, 110 start. Got some hate mail from my video in that one. Got the Cubs and the Rangers, Phillies versus Reds, and Orioles versus Yankees. I actually think it was kind of warranted, the hate mail. They didn't really disagree with my pick or anything. They just hated my video. I didn't think it was one of my best. Yeah, I did a whole Nerfy video, so you don't need to ask here. You can go watch the Nerfy video for yourself. Anthony Elias. Nerfy Braves exclamation point question mark. Trying to confuse us. Easily confused. I'll be on the afternoon jam session with Jay Briggs. Gonna talk meaningless NBA games. I'll try and change the subject a couple times.
Nice.
Just imagine Jay picks the Mavericks.
Chris, you're up.
All right. Well, for reading these ones, I'm gonna go with the.
Chris is up.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Phillies on the run line here. I think getting home finally will help this Phillies team get out from whatever rock they've been under. Zach Wheeler last year at a sub-2 ERA at home. Hunter Green, he's got solid stuff. He's going to be a cornerstone of this Reds rotation for the future, but I just don't think he's there yet. He still has had issues with control. He's issued, walks left and right, especially last season. I think he's going to have issues here against the Phillies. The Reds really struggled to give Green run support last year, and with Wheeler giving up a sub-200 opponent batting average at home last year, I think it's going to be tough here. So give me the Philadelphia Phillies on the run line.
Rod?
I'm going to take the Cubs here at home with Marcus Stroman on the mound. I was off to a great start his first time up. Went 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 walks, no runs, no home runs. pitches his best when he's at home here, and I think he holds down this Rangers team. Off to a good start, this Rangers team. First game on the road for them here. I think the Marcus Stroman show shuts down the Rangers in that one. Give me the Cubs. Oh, no, it's the
Taking the Marlins against the Mets just to get that guy even more riled up that didn't like my Marlins pick in the video. One thing that the Marlins know is pitching. I mean, they might not have a guy that can hit a baseball out of the infield, and maybe they have two on the whole roster that can, Arias and Chisholm, but they do know pitching, and they have a slew of them. And when everyone else badmouthed the Jesus Luzardo trade, they said knock knock. We saw what Jesus was there. All of a sudden, not so many people knocking that trade anymore. Not so many people on the Marte side of that thing anymore either. Edward Cabrera is seen as the best of the bunch by the Marlins. He's supposed to be the best one that they have in the pipeline. This is the guy. He's a little wild in his first. He's got a little Luke LaRouche in him, but who doesn't? And maybe those 6 walks become one walk. Gave up 2 hits, 6 walks, 2 runs, 2 earned, no home runs. 85 pitches. He only lasted 4 innings because he walked 6 batters. But I think he tones down those walks a little bit. Maybe he fulfills that. And he's only up against Tyler McGill. He's a shit stain. All right. Got Twins and the Rastros. Guardians of the Galaxy versus the Mariners. Pirates versus White Sox. And Giants get home to play the Royals. Rod? Interesting mix of games here. I like this little afternoon 4:00 slot.
Yeah, I don't mind this afternoon slot either.
I didn't ask your opinion. I just was stating mine.
Well, you did kind of ask my opinion because
I did. I
kind of
said I kind of like it, and we asked for your opinion on the game, not for the slot.
Well,
you want to host this thing? You host it. You want to drive this ship? Believe me, once you get past the chicks and the limo rides, it's just like any other gig. Trust me on that one.
It's just like any other. It's better over here sometimes. Not having to worry about driving and see which way things are going. And,
I got into live sports betting shows with Chris and Rod just for the chicks.
Just for the chicks, definitely.
My wife's giving me the dirty look. She gave me the what the F.
It's my fault. It's my fault for attracting all the chicks. Sorry.
It's Chris's fault. He's the eye candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like licorice, all sorts of them.
In this time slot, that's looking pretty good. I'm going to go with the Seattle Mariners here over the Cleveland Indians. This pitching matchup just happened not too long ago. It was in Seattle, so you think Saval can go back and shut down Seattle again in the same week? I don't think so. I like Logan Gilbert, who had a great start in that game. It was close all the way through. In Guardians just got a key hit at the right time, and I think Seattle gets the key hit at the right time in this one and snags the win. I lean to an under as well in that game, but give me Seattle as the better play. Seattle 8-1 in the last 9 Gilbert starts, so I think they get back on the winning track with Logan Gilbert on the mound in that one.
I disagree, but I'm going to go with the White Sox against the Pirates. I've been critical of my White Sox in spots, but this actually is a good spot for them. They own these teams like this. I mean, they go against the National League Central, and they just clean house. And the Pirates are just one of those teams that they've traditionally cleaned house against. Guys like Rich Hill are pitchers that they traditionally clean house against. There's just too much going in the White Sox favor. I think as bad as Gilbert's year possibly is going to be this year, I think Lucas Giolito has that much upside. I think Gilbert's the bust of the Mariners pitching staff, and I think Giolito is the guy who has the biggest upside of any pitcher in all of baseball this year. One of them. He's on my short list. Of course, led by Jorge Kirby. Favorite pitcher. Chris?
And I'll round the slot out with the San Francisco Giants on the run line here. I wasn't a big Alex Cobb fan last year, but he was a much better pitcher at home. 2.60 ERA across his home stretch last year. I think he was around 13 or 14 starts. Brad Keller just been absolutely dreadful, going back to last season. An ERA well up over 7 in his last 7 starts going back to last year. Didn't start out this year all that well, and I think the Giants, their home opener, take care of business here. They brought the bats out against the White Sox yesterday. I think they do it again here against Kansas City. So give me the Giants here on the run line.
All right. Giants usually terrible in that first game home from the road trip, though. That's what you got to watch out for. Rays versus the A's. Braves versus the Padres. Nick Martinez is pitching. Bring the glove. Bring the glove. And Jack Flaherty, another walk guy between him and Cabrera. Oof. Versus Woodruff in Milwaukee. Flaherty had 6 walks, no hits in his first outing of the year. A little bit of control issues. Just a bit outside. I'm going to go with the Rays on the run line. Zach Eflin. I don't usually like to lay runs and odds, but I would lay the extended run line in this one. I know Waldichuk's a beast on the road. Not Waldichuk. It will be Waldichuk. Not Waldichuk. Who drew an easier schedule, the Rays or the Twins? I think the Rays, because it just continues on.
Rays.
The Twins the Twins had the marshmallow first 2 series. Like, if you're gonna start the season on the road, it's like catch the 2 easiest. You get the second half of the Marlins rotation and the Tigers. Meanwhile, the Rays, it's like, but they took advantage of it. They got 6 road wins or 3 road wins. Those all count the same at the end of the season. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Ken Waldichuk.
No.
Doesn't roll off the same, but Ken Waldichuk who? You open the door, it's Ken Waldichuk, and everybody points and laughs. It's like the dud for Mystery Date. I'm gonna take the over between the Braves and the Padres. Thrilling game yesterday. A lot of back and forth. I think we could have more of the same here. Jared Schuster, recalled for the Braves to make the start here. He didn't have a great debut, but I'm not also excited to back Nick Martinez here. I think there's a reason this guy was at the majors for 4 or 5 seasons. I just he's a bottom of the barrel starter for the Padres. I think there's actually much better guys that are still out there in free agency. So I'll also roll with the over between the Padres and the Braves here. I think we get to double-digit runs again.
And that leaves me with the Brewers here. I'll take the Brewers on the run line here over the Cardinals. You look at the Cardinals; they've failed to cover the run line in 9 straight versus the National League. I think the Brewers off to a nice 5-1 start. They continue that streak. 4-2 against that run line this season as well. Make it 5-2. I think they beat up on the Cards in that one.
All right, we round out today's show. Rockies and the Nationals. Angels and the Blue Jays. Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. Chris?
Yeah, I'll roll with the Washington Nationals here. You're not going to hear me say that too often, but Mackenzie Gore looked really good in his debut in a Nationals uniform. He's held down the Atlanta Braves. Now he's got to go to Colorado, but the Rockies sending out Jose Urena here, who had an ERA around 6 at home last year. It's, guys just been batting practice for opposing teams, and there's not going to be many spots like this where the Nationals, are actually in a decent spot to win a baseball game here. I think Gore's going to be Washington's best chance for the better part of the season to win a game, and I think they take advantage here. So I'm going to take the Nationals on the money line in this one.
And for me, I like the over. Toronto and the Angels. You look at Bassett in his first start, and that was ugly. So you can definitely give up the runs, and Sandoval can definitely give up some runs as well. Jay's bats can get to him. So I like the over. I think both teams crack the ball out the park, and we easily hit double-digit runs in that one with the over. Jays, Angels.
Guess that leaves me with the Diamondbacks Dodgers. I guess I'll take the Diamondbacks on the run line here. Getting good odds here against Kershaw. Diamondbacks, they cover the run line after a loss pretty much every single time. So take the Diamondbacks at home plus the runs. They hate the Dodgers' guts, which is always good. All right, it's parlay time. Rod, Chris, somebody, parlay? Me? I'll do it.
I don't know.
I'm up. Look, I'll take the over in the Nationals Rockies. I'll parlay it up with the over in the Dodgers Diamondbacks. And I'll take the Rays minus 2.5. Chris or Rod?
I'll roll with the San Francisco Giants on the run line, the over in the Braves and Padres, and the Washington Nationals on the money line.
And I'll go with the Cubs on the money line, Seattle on the money line, the over in the Jays and Angels.
All right. And our clown emoji pick was Chris's Phillies pick. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you. Make it a winning day. Don't be a clown.